I mean, this is a losing strategy politically for the GOP.
It sends a strong message, though. It sends a strong message. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, but, well, it sends a message that the politics and the policy is just blame.
But it forces,
David,
it forces Democrats, it forces CNN, and I'm going to give you time to talk, but it forces CNN and forces MSNBC and CBS and 98% of the media to cover what's going on at the southern border if a cabinet secretary is impeached.
Right, and that's been going on for months, years. We know the problem at the southern border. And Joe Biden has put forth legislation. Now we have an opportunity to actually pass legislation. For years we've been hearing, oh, we need Democrats to come to the table. They've come to the table. Now what? Oh, no, we don't need legislation. We just need executive authority. And we've seen under Donald Trump, many of the executive initiatives that he took were overturned by the court. Same with Joe Biden. He's left in place some of those COVID policies that were eventually overturned by the court. So it's kind of this political game. And the playbook by the Republicans is blame, blame, blame. And that's one tool. But there's other tools. And I think the American public is saying, wait a second. You're spending all this time, all this strategy.
David, do you believe that? Now, I understand what you're saying. But do you honestly believe that? Like when the camera goes off and you're at home, do you believe what you just said? Because I don't think you do.
Absolutely. I am so worried about the way that this country is going. The GOP has talked about, hey, give us power. We're going to do things. Now it's all about impeach, impeach, impeach. Once you impeach enough people, there's no one left to impeach. And you've got to
hold on, David. In 3 years of Joe Biden, we've had 7 million illegally, not legally. There is a huge difference.
That's right. And I think we're kind of kidding ourselves to act like, oh, it's because of Donald Trump. It's because of Joe Biden. To think that people are fleeing their country, going to the border, that doesn't change. What changes is the way that they cross into this country. That's why we need to reform our immigration policy, which has not been updated since the 50s, like you talked about.
I agree with that, but there's a lot more that Joe Biden.
Under Joe Biden, they were both fought by the court to say, no, you are in violation. This needs to be done by Congress. And to act like now we're going to reverse and say, no, it's all up to executive authority. We're all kidding ourselves. And then Congress doesn't even need to be there. The GOP is signaling to say, hey, we don't need to be here. All we need is Donald Trump. We could get rid of the Congress. That's a real problem politically and, of course, for the policy of our country.
Crisis for the last 3.5 years.
And David, what about all the people? What about all the people that have crossed illegally?
They say there is one,
I know. Look,
and if you don't fix it, it's all Republicans' fault. It's insane.
No, let's all take responsibility. Republicans, Democrats. Democrats are saying, look, we need to pass legislation. And yes, let's say Joe Biden, Donald Trump, they do executive authority and close the border. Do we really think that's a long-term solution? We're kicking the can down the road. No one wants to take responsibility.
Until they pass some sort of legislation.
Responsibility relies on Congress. It relies on Congress to fix the policy.